Hey guys, my name is Shashank and welcome back to this another tutorial, and today in this video I'm going to show you how to create an eye-catching resume which will not only help you to stand out among thousands of applications but will also help you to get shortlisted and put a nice impression on the recruitment team. So let's get started. So this website is known as novoresume.com. You can go and type novoresume.com, hit enter, and you will see something like this, right? So if you are new to this website, obviously you will be new because if you are watching this video, so you have to register first, right? So how to register? Click on the register, enter the details which has been asked here and register now. But if you have a Google account and you have signed in your Chrome with your Google account, you can simply go to sign in and go to sign in with Google. So this is what I do every time I have to open to Novo Resume. So hit enter on Google and you will see a home page which includes resume templates, CV templates, cover templates, and so these are the two things which are free, which you can use for your resume and CV, but cover letters are paid, so you don't need to have cover letters designed to this website. You can do it on from different other websites, right? So first of all, I will go to the resume templates, click on it, and now here are different sets of resumes which you can choose as per your requirement. So you can go with the basic one, executive, college. If you're a college student, if you want something creative, you can go with this, right? Or if you want to keep it simple, you can choose this style. If you want to keep it professional and creative, you can go with that. So these are the modern designs and these are the functional, and functional types are mostly used by the people who don't have much of an experience, mostly who are students and freshers, so they can use functional, right? If you have the experience, you can go with the professional one, you can go with the simple one, creative one, or basic or executive. It's up to you, right? So we will go with this simple one, the creative one, right? So I will go with the creative, create my resume, right? So now it's opening up here. All right, so as you see, if you have already signed up with your Google, it will take the details from your Google account like your name and your email ID, and it will create a sample resume for you. And if you have not, if you don't see this, you can either delete it, right? I will delete, right? Okay, now I will again go to the resume because I have 0 to, I will go to CV plus, I have 5+ years of experience. Go to CV, and again I will go with the no, okay, I will go with this one, okay, the creative one. So you see this blank template has been created, a one-page template which you can use. So first of all, your name has already been taken from your Google account. You can add your professional title. Simply click here. I will add security executive or security manager. Now a short and engaging pitch about yourself. Here you have to add a profile summary about yourself, how many years of experience you have, what are your skills, and what are the projects you have handled, and what are the challenging roles which you are trying to look upon the next job. And if you are a fresher, you can simply write an objective, that what are you trying to achieve, and what you are trying to what you want to in your first job by using the skills and knowledge which you have from your college or from your degree or from the certifications which you have done, right? So for the professionals, there should be a profile summary, and for the freshers, there should be a profile objective, right, or the resume objective, right? So you can write it here, okay? And now we'll add the details here, the contact details, right? This is my email ID. You can add your email ID, you can add your phone number here, and if you are applying for a job which is specifically at a specific location, so you should also enter the city, right? For example, if you are applying for the job which is asking for the native people of a certain city, you should add a city, right? And there is no need to add address, right? Or if you are trying to go abroad, then you should also add the country here. So this is the basic uh, contact details. Now let's go to the social details. Social, if you want to mention LinkedIn and if you are active member on LinkedIn, you have some good profile, then you should also add the LinkedIn link here, right? Or if you are into codings and you have contributed on GitHub's Stack Overflow, you can also add those links here to give a reference to your projects which you have done, right? So this is not mandatory, but if you think that this can add into your resume, it can add weightage to your resume, you should surely add this in your resume. Okay, click save. So now I have created these two things here. Now let's move on to the work experience. So you have to write the work experience starting from the most recent work experience which you are doing right now, right? And then go with the title or position. What is your workplace or company, the starting and the ending. If you are working, and click on the present. Then you can add your achievements and tasks, and make sure that under every title or position do not exceed more than 6 to 8 achievements or job descriptions or tasks which you have done, right? So this is how you can keep it short and precise, and only add things which are related to the job description for which you are applying for, right? And now if you want to add another job title, you can simply click plus sign, right? And it will I'm sorry. Okay, so I have to fill it first. Alright, so achievements, test 1, okay. So if you hit enter, it will automatically add it to the next line. Okay, so I have added one title, I want to add another title. I will click on the plus and you will see another title has been added. So I will add security executive here. Okay, workplace, test 1, date 03 to 2014 to 2018, right? And then you can add your achievements here. Test 1, test 2, enter, test 3, enter, right? So this is how you can add your work experience here. And after you have included your work experience, you can go with the education. Simply this follow the same procedure. Click on the education, right? Add the institution, right? GNDU, add month and year on which you have done. And if you have achieved a very good percentage, you should add it. Otherwise there is no need to add your GPA or your percentage. And if you have done any major or if you have done any honors in your education, then you can add the honors also. And make sure that you don't have to add to your high school or beyond that. Just keep your education up to the last 3 educational entries. For example, if you have done masters, you can add it. If you have done graduation, you can add it. If you have done a postgraduate diploma, you can add it. But make sure that you should add only the most recent 3 entries in your education field, not beyond that, because no one cares until or unless it has been asked specifically, right? So this is how you can add your education field here. And then there comes this skill. So if you have this skill section, click on the skill, then add and make sure that you are adding skills, both soft skills and your hard skills. Soft skills are those which are not quantifiable. For example, my communication skills, my analytical skills, right? My negotiation skills. You cannot quantify them, but you have those skills. And on the other hand, there are hard skills which you can quantify. For example, my coding speeds, my coding skills, right? My Microsoft Excel skills. So these are the hard skills which one can quantify, one can measure that how proficient and how advanced you are in those skills. So you can add both hard and soft skills, right? For example, communication skills. So this is one. Click enter, you will see another. Then analytic I will say negotiation, then hit enter, and then MS Office, and I will add presentation. I will say data management. Alright, so this is how you can add number of skills, but make sure that you also quantify the skills, whether you are an advanced or a beginner. For example, if I have written MS Office, I can quantify it up before it by adding advanced MS Office, right? So this is how you can add how proficient and how skilled you are in your skills. So this is how you have added skills. And then comes the projects. If you have done any projects and your job description demands it, you can add the projects, right? And if you have done any significant achievement, then you can also add achievements. And then comes the language. If your resume is already filled with your work experience, projects, achievements, and everything, you don't need to add languages, right? Or until or unless they have specifically asking for a person who can speak a certain language, then you should add that you can speak such a language, right? Otherwise there is no need to add language if your resume is already filled. But if you are a student and you are finding it hard to fill your resume even on one page, then you can use all of these sections. You can add languages, add your proficiency, and if you are a multilingual, you can add languages with your proficiency in each language. And then comes the interest. If your interests are aligning with the job description, then you should surely add. And if not, then there is no need to add until or unless you are finding it hard to fulfill your resume even on one page. So interest and hobbies are optional. You can add as per your choice. So this is how you can add the sections which are already there. But in some cases you don't want to go forward with certain sections, you can always click on that section and go to delete and delete that section. But if you want to add certain section, you can simply go to my content, right? You can go to you can go to the layout, right? And then you can choose the free sections which are available for you to add in your resume, because there are certain things with star, they are paid, but if they are not with this option, then they are free, right? For example, if I have to use a color combination, I can only use those color combinations which are not with this star sign. For example, I can use this color combination, right? Or I can use this color combination, this one, or even this one, right? So you can choose as per your choice. So I think this one is looking good. So these are the backgrounds. So with the free, you have only one option to go with this one, right? So you can choose these free options. So this is how you can change the color combinations and everything. So for example, I want to change the layout and I want to add another, you can say, section in my this layout, and I will add see, I have included a certificates and I don't want organization, so I can simply go and delete it. So I have added certificates, achievements, and right. So if you want to add photograph, I would recommend to add a photograph, because most of the times the ATS are not programmed to filter the photograph, so you might get rejected even by just adding a photograph. So most of the times avoid adding photographs on your resume. So this is how you can create a resume, a one-page resume in just 30 minutes, right? You can choose the theme, you can choose the font, which are free here, right? And then finally, after you have finished everything, you can simply go to the download, right? And you will see it has been downloaded. I will say download it on desktop. So see, it has been downloaded. So see, this is how you can create your resume and download it in the PDF format. So that's all for today's video. And if you are preparing for your interviews and you're finding it hard to go through the questions and you are nervous how to answer the most common interview question, you can check out my interview preparation ebook, in which I have answered almost 21 most important interview questions, which can really help you to plan your answers for those important questions, and that will really help you to go prepared for interview. And those questions and those strategies will really help you to feel confident and present yourself with more confident and enthusiasm, right? So you can check it out, the link which I have mentioned in the description box. You can buy it, and voila, you can clear your interviews with those simple strategies. So thank you very much guys for watching this video, and if you like this video, don't forget to like and subscribe this channel. Thank you very much.